Hey guys, and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today I wanted to talk about some of the confirmed, possible, and maybe features for Star Citizen Alpha 2.4 that we should have in our hands in April at some point, at least on the PTU. Firstly, new ships. The Hangar Ready Reliant. This is almost 100% set in stone. We know that they've been working on the base Reliant for a while. I was certain that it was going to be in 2.3, but as with all features and stuff for these patches for 2.4 even, there could be some unforeseen blocker preventing that particular feature or ship from getting there. But the Reliant for this patch, for 2.4, is so likely. Flight ready ship. Now, would you call me mad if I said the Starfarer? Talked to some other people, they think it is as well. So, not mad, but actually the Starfarer. Now, CIG have mentioned that they are trying to get the Starfarer flyable as soon as possible. There have been bugs where it has appeared flyable in 2.3, and I think there's a lot of work that went into it that we're not aware of. The ship looks beautiful. It looks complete when it's in your hangar, and those bugs that showed it in 2.3, I think it's a very strong possibility for that being a flight-ready ship. Now, we've got more Item System 2.0 implementation, so we might get some extra components to play around with for the item system stuff. This could be extra power plants, could be extra coolers, could be extra weapons, lots of different things that it could be. Lots of the systems have yet to be refactored and getting to work as intended as well. So we currently have shields, power plants, coolers, but there's still work to do with how these systems all interact with each other, and there's loads more systems to add, including like avionics, radar, engines, thrusters, to name, but literally just a few. So we could get some new items or a whole new refactored system with 2.4 as well. Okay, now for the big one. The big thing for 2.4 is the early stages of persistence. This is confirmed. We're going to get it in some way, unless there's a major blocker, I suppose, but it's confirmed. I mean, they almost certainly hold up the release of 2.4 if it wasn't there for some reason. So persistence is your game state, or changes to your game state and your ships and your character and that sort of stuff persist past your current game session. So currently, if your ship's damaged and you leave a game, you have a new pristine ship when you jump in. For 2.4, this heralds a lot of change to the temporary placeholders and bits on the website and stuff not persisting. So Star Citizen will now communicate directly with a persistent database that sits on the cloud. Changes to ship loadouts, for example, rather than being saved just as a local file, will now persist on your account, on that cloud. We're going to get some of these features I'm going to mention in the first release of Persistence for 2.4, and then the other ones will be rolled out as soon as they're ready in their first implementations. We're not entirely sure what we're going to get for 2.4 here, but it's definitely going to be some of this. The largest change for 2.4 for Persistence will be the code base and hangars. Hangars are going to operate slightly differently. There's going to be a bit of a settling in period, we've been warned by Chris Roberts here, while they sort out bugs, because it's totally different now. It's not being hacked on the website and then broadcast to you and then saved locally. It's going to be on this cloud. So it's the basis of customizing hangars and the de-integration of the website so that everything persists and can be changed from in-game. So hopefully in 2.4, we're going to be able to move around ships and possibly flare around our hangars just from in-game and choose what hangar we want to use from the main menu. We don't need to go to the website to do all those changes anymore. Also, some of these features will be there. Alpha UEC. So in-game money, earnable in-game to purchase in-game items. So the idea has never been to have that website there for Voyager Direct. That's being phased out. It's likely to come in waves, though, with Alpha UEC and getting more and more shopping experiences and exactly what we can spend Alpha UEC on. But we're going to have to buy fuel. We're going to have to rearm our ships. We're going to have to repair our ships. We'll be able to buy stuff. That will all come with a cost. And Alpha UEC will be used to purchase ships, components, weapons, equipment. It's an alpha currency, though, and it's not permanent UEC. It will get wiped at points, and it's just for testing at this early stage and working out what works for rewards and getting people to get out and do stuff. There's also the possibility that you'll be able to use your normal UAC from your account, in which case that wouldn't be wiped. That said, this needs to be thought about heavily by CIG before they implement something where some people are going to be using alpha UEC and some people are going to be using real UEC. So if you're really excited that you'll be able to get some progression, I think that CIG are going to have to rethink that. Ballistics and missiles. So these are likely to be balanced more powerfully to deal more damage and to be used at more careful intervals. They're going to cost money at some point. So you need to manage your resources, ammo and money. And ballistics and missiles are literally, they're going to cost you more than lasers, because lasers don't need to have extra ammo bought for them. Multiple servers will also be handling different areas of each system seamlessly. So this will allow us to have more players in a server, but also the servers handling that data should be smoother. We should get higher server frame rates, less desyncs, the idea as well. And basically this will be like one server would be, well, one computer would be handling Port Olisar, and when you move into Yellow, it would hand over to another server seamlessly. So shopping and customization is another big part of persistence. We're going to be able to buy clothing for our characters in the Kasaba Outlet store. This is the new store opening in Arc Corps Area 18. It's almost certainly going to be in 2.4. That clothing will be used on our characters to customize their looks, and that change should persist from play sessions. So once we've customized our characters, bought the clothes we want, they'll stay on the characters. There are some other customization and shopping possibilities for 2.4 as well. They've talked about the ability to change your spacesuit and armor. That could make it in. So if that's ready to be dropped for 2.4, it will. CIG have also mentioned they're working on Dumper's Depot, Cubby Blast, the medical unit, and even a shopping experience at Port Olisar. And at the moment, getting them into that shopping experience is a priority for them. There is a chance that one or more of those ones that I just mentioned, the Dumpers Depot one, the medical unit, Port Lasar, that sort of stuff, they could make it in early implementations in 2.4 as well. I'd expect them to be a bit later, but it's possible. This would allow us to purchase weapons, equipment, and the like straight from in-game with UEC, or maybe this Alpha UEC currency if it makes it in. Shopping NPCs as well. There's lots of work on NPCs, their AI, and the subsumption stuff. I think we could see at least slightly animated NPC shopkeepers, possibly even a few NPCs walking around in Arc Corp. Mobiglass and UI. With all these changes, there's new ways to do things. We're going to need ways to interact with stuff. We're going to see UI improvements, especially with the Mobiglass, and some more with its functionality. There's going to be management of our items, clothing, and other stuff that we've bought, and remote management in some ways, purchasing items, getting them delivered to your hangar, lots of stuff doing it from terminals. That's all in its early stages as well. That's a possibility that might appear in 2.4 as well. Animations and vaulting. Every patch lately, they've been improving those animations. And vaulting is something that they said they were aiming for in 2.4. So I would at very least expect some polishes to these animations. FPS weapons as well. I'd hope we'd see some more FPS weapons. I'm looking forward to grenades and gadgets in the future. I expect actually that these grenades and gadgets and stuff, they do probably work in closed tests, but might be causing issues in the mini PU. So I would at least expect to see a couple more FPS weapons and some interesting ways of getting them. With that in mind, probably some new missions. It's likely that the mini PU will get a few extra little missions and encounters. With 2.3 we saw Rex and ways of getting FPS weapons as rewards, but the start of Persistence could add a whole new level to rewards and missions. It remembering what missions you've done, lots of different mission arcs even. I don't want to hype train everyone out because I don't have any idea at the moment what form this will take. We do know that they've talked about jail or a new way for things to do with outlaws at some point, even in new places for them to spawn and cohabitate in that system. But the future is looking pretty sunny for 2.4 and for that kind of feature. Getting those persistent stuff in just allows so many cool things to do, be done mission-wise and reward-wise. So there's a possible, but much more unlikely couple of things that might happen with 2.4. We knew they talked about they wanted the Starfarer ready originally when the refueling mechanic was ready. So it's possibly that we might have refueling in some way in 2.4. I doubt it, because I haven't talked too much about it recently, but it's a possibility. And also, cargo's the other one. I think cargo is much more ready than it would appear to be, because I think they're going to implement it very simply with some form of looting system, so that enemies will drop stuff, and that you'll be able to literally just lock that down in the back of your ship if it's small enough. So I would expect they're working on these mechanics. I expect they might be working in dev streams, but we might not get them yet. Very soon, though, if it's not for 2.4. With 2.4, as I said, we don't know exactly what's going to be dropped with the persistent side of things. We don't know 100% what's going to be dropped, even if they've basically confirmed the feature, because there might be a blocker. I do feel, though, that 2.4 will be the biggest, most awesome patch they've had since 2.0, and will really, really show us a glimpse of the future of Star Citizen. I'm excited, but tell me what you think will be in 2.4. Did I miss anything? Do you think I've grossly overestimated a feature and its inclusion? Tell me in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the verse.